Hello everyone and welcome back to the AustinTalks channel, where today we are doing a review on She-Hulk Attorney at Law, the series. And this was a great series, and so I don't ramble on it anymore. I think it's just best if we just get right into it right about now. Right, how good was it? This series was great, and the hate that this series got at the start and now I think is just disgraceful. It doesn't give justice for what the series actually is. It is an intro to the new Avengers and what the multiverse saga will continue to show, the new Avengers. I hate this because they don't give things a chance, and they're still saying that it's bad when it isn't. It really isn't. It is good. And I know, I know that comes from a biased perspective because I know I'm biased in comparison with my videos, but this is an issue that the worst part is it's a woman. That's why they hate it. And it's the same with Miss Marvel, and they're like, oh, too many woman roles. I'll shut the hell up. Like Walter on Jeff Dunham. But Jeff Dunham, best comedian ever. But this is just it is so stupid, and I think it's real. I just think it's real stupid. Right, as always, we always have to talk about the comic accuracy, and the suits were great, and the storyline that was changed, which made it even better because it shows that Marvel can multitask, and that was a surprise there. Not that was any surprise to any of us, but the suit designs and the accuracy with people like Abomination is extremely accurate, especially when they started for Abomination. That was awful, and seeing it officially in live action is even better. If you asked me this 3 years ago, before it was released, do you think they'll do a She-Hulk series? I would have definitely said no. I am being serious. I would have said absolutely not. But here they are. They nailed it, and boy, is it good. I can't express that enough. It is good. And yeah. Right. I absolutely love Abomination. I think he's a great character. This is one of the best characters of the show, and I know we don't see much of him, but I will say that he is one of the best comedic characters and deserves freedom 100%. His storyline in the series was greatly written, and hope we see more of his happy side in the future more. And you could see in all of his suit things, when he's in his suit, when he's in prison, he is calm as a ladybug, man. He doesn't care. He knows what he's done, and he's just like, yeah, I deserve to be in it. Until someone breaks him out. Wrong. But I love his character. He deserves redemption. He's a good character. And Emil Blonsky, Tim Roth, he's a good actor in a lot of things. That's let's be real. Right. Okay. So the worst episode was "Is This Not Magic?" I would say this was the worst because it had no point for the series in any way, shape, or form. I reason for this episode was to show the Donny Blaze and the Wong bit, just a tiny bit more, but there was no genuine point towards it. I think the only reason they actually maybe did it was probably to introduce Todd, who ended up being the big bad, the really bad one. The big bad, but still, it's just still a bit stupid, isn't it? It's he goes, right, let's just make Todd the big bad. That's not the storyline and everything else. I kept on reading fan theories, so I was saying, fan theories, Todd is the big bad and all that. Yeah, I know, but still, he do be kind of awful, though. He do be awful. Right. The advantages to being Hulk. So Jen thinks it's a curse, but how can it be? But all after everything, I can't read. Jen thinks it is a curse, but how can it be? Even after all the things that they're for. Invulnerability, super strength. It solves all healthcare problems because of super healing. When in the form of Hulk, you're only dead for a certain amount of period, only certain amount of time. You can eat and drink whatever you wish without feeling guilty. You can show your appreciation with the biggest applause ever, the thunderclap. And then adults only. You can't get wasted, but you still will suffer a hangover. We learnt that in the first episode, which was quite funny. Like you cannot get wasted on the time because, as an example, Madison, she was tipsy every time. She was tipsy, but this one, never tipsy in the morning. Oh, this hangover's amazing. It's awful. Yeah, I was about to say amazing. I don't think in the history of life or existence there has been a good hangover. But anyway, right. Who is the true villain of this series? In my opinion, there is no major villain in this series. There is no logical way to label someone the true villain of the series, but everyone equally is not the greatest, but has not done enough to be labeled the true villain. Not even Todd, mainly because he was an idiot. The closest you could argue is Titania. She just kept on going for seconds, but she barely did anything other than to take down Jen. Jen knocked her teeth out, or it may have been someone else, I don't know. But yeah, like she was the closest thing to a villain, but not really a villain. There is no true villain in my opinion. No villain, but it's like a variety, so I guess it's okay. Right, She-Hulk con. No one likes Jen. This does not apply for what's his name? Daredevil. I honestly feel that I feel bad for seeming as people only like her for the She-Hulk aspect and not for the Jennifer Walters. Nikki always found the silver lining in every cloud, and always brought a positive attitude to things. So I think it is safe to say if there was no Nikki, I'm certain there would be a very depressed Jen, especially when it came to becoming the beginning of the series. I honestly thought in a tiny bit of it, I thought, what's her name? She was going to die. I thought Nikki was going to die, especially close to the end. Because I know in the comics her best friend dies, and I was like, no, is Nikki going to die? She's a great lawyer. And yeah, everyone was sus about what's her name? I don't know her name. What's her name? I don't have my phone, so I can't search it up. I do not know her name. She was another lawyer when they found out the intelligentsia. Yeah. Then we found out in the last episode, on the penultimate episode, there was a sex tape. The beauty of media. No one likes it. It's awful. Just like the thing is, the fact that they brought media into this, it shows how bad it is. It really does, and it kind of reverts to someone that I probably should not say, especially on YouTube, ever. Right. Does this link to World War Hulk? As a matter of fact, it does. In the first episode of the series, the main case of the accident is a ditch because they run into a Sicarian ship, and ever since the appearance or accident. This was related, and the booster we needed to know World War Hulk is coming, and especially the ending to the show. Like the ending to the show couldn't have been clearer. I know you have a lot of questions, and I'll tell you all about my time in Sakaar, but as someone I'd like you to meet. Yeah, this is my son, Scar. What the hell? Yeah, I'd love to see that storyline. Yeah, World War Hulk's coming right around the corner, and it has definitely something to do with Scar, but he looks like this, what's his name from... Looks like that guy from Fortnite, but with the no hair, or with the hair, with the... I give up. Right. So the possible like Ghost Rider appearance in MCU in the MCU soon. I think we all know where this is going, everyone. Right. We saw Donnie Blaze in the series, and conveniently he used more fire magic than regular. I think this is to show that we should be expecting Ghost Rider cameo. Maybe in the Midnight Suns, please. please, Marvel, please, with a cherry on top and sprinkles. I've been saying that in school like a load of times. Like, please, sir, with cherry on top and sprinkles. I say that, then the teacher goes, I don't like cherries, and like, sprinkles? Then he goes, I do like sprinkles. And I'm like, extra sprinkles then. Yeah, like, I really want the Midnight Suns. Just do it, Marvel, please, please. And this man, he was off his rocker. I guess this is another significance of his existence within the MCU. The episode, at least. Right. As I say this, the magic was pointless. Okay, it just was. I think the aspect with Wong I found really pointless. Yes, Wong is a great character, but the episode really meant nothing. This series would have been good without the episode, but you sort of forget about it, seeming like the rest of the series is great. I just did not like this episode at all, but like, you can't be, I know this angered some people, but you can't be annoyed at like something that just is just a typical, you're not gonna like everything, that's just facts, but it's just, you do have to pick out like a flaw. This one was obvious, but I couldn't find anyone else everywhere else. This whole episode was kind of a shambles, but like in the other case, it's actually fine. So yeah. Right, the CGI scenes. Yeah. Some of the CGI scenes in this series were awful, but personally, half of the time I didn't notice them as much as when you look hard. I know some people use a flipping microscope glass to see it, but you can't not see it anymore. But people sadly think it takes away from the show, making it awful, which isn't the case. It is an opinion at the end of the day, but CGI is something in some scenes I can't deny were pretty bad. Like, I understand the trouble, but like, then you look at a comparison to the others. Why didn't they do that from the full start? Why? Why not? I'm confusion. Mr. Confusion. So like, that's oh my god, what the heck was that? Okay, yeah, that's all I wonder. That's just all I wonder. Yes. And like, there was one CGI scene. I think it's an episode. I think it was in episode 3. In episode 3, they are talking about she walks into her office, and Nikki's there, and she's talking about the intelligence. No, not the intelligence here. Talking about a client. And I think they're talking about Mabonsky. The way she walks in, oh my god, that CGI was sickening. The CGI he wanted to do, that was sickening. Just wanted to express that. Anyway, right, the Daredevil cameo. This was probably this was an amazing cameo and probably one of the best in the MCU. And the storyline of the episode was even better. Though this is not my first episode of choice, this is definitely my second, no doubt. This is second, the last episode goes third. No doubt about that. I think that relationship thing, it could continue with, though, FYI, he is a very good lawyer. Yeah, like, I would rather him be my lawyer than She-Hulk, I'm sorry. But I just would. And I was able to find a little video. So, yeah. Right, the Intelligentsia and the Thunderbolts theory. Right, in episode 6, we see a cameo of the Intelligentsia. And I think this is a clear indication that we will have the Intelligentsia be the enemy that the Thunderbolts face. I think this, so I'm saying this will be, they will be the enemies in the Thunderbolts. This is not the unlikeliest thing to assume, because the leader is said to be the villain in Captain America 4. And this also means that the leader will win the Captain America 4 and the Thunderbolts will have to jump in. Yeah, so I think, because leader's already confirmed, leader's already confirmed to be in, Captain America 4, I think he will lose. And the Thunderbolts will then jump in. But I could be wrong, but that's just my theory. And I think it's a pretty valid theory. You think about it, it's not so far-fetched. And I know some theories are like through the roof, like, oh yeah, Batman will come into the MCU, like with this fourth wall breaking stuff. But then, no, this is accurate, and you could definitely see this happening. And with MODOK supposedly coming in Quantumania, which we just had a trailer for, this is not the farthest thing fetched. And I think that's Egghead, which is another person in Quantumania. Well, hopefully, I don't know. And I think it's the Frightful Four we may see, but that's also another option. Right, yeah, as I come back to this, the Wong and Madison King relationship, oh, this is funny but weird. Right, this is such a comedic duo, and the fact that I'm certain Madison is drunk all the time, this is the best comedic duo in the MCU. I really don't have much to say about the other than they mentioned a wedding, and I'm not sure if they're married, but if they are, she is a keeper. She's quite funny, quite goofy. It was like, I think we still have some fun at the wedding. Oh, I'd like to try some yak milk. That's what it was. I'd love to try some yak milk. I think that's like the equivalent to goat milk. Correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, I wouldn't like to try goat milk. I think I'm happy with cow and almond. Yeah, almond milk good. And good for the muscles too. But yeah, she's quite funny. She's like, it's like the how does she say it? Medicine with an S and a Y, but it's not what you think. I don't know what. Mad with an I and a Y, but not what you think. I forgot to say, but it was weird. It was quite confusing. Like her in a jury, I did not see the point in that. She was like, huh? What? It's like if you brought it down to reality, because she was on cloud 9, you brought it down to reality, she'd be falling asleep on that court. No, like jury duty. That's the one. That's what it's called. Yeah, right. Mr. Jacobson. Lucas Jacobson. Right. He is a cool and somewhat charismatic character that makes amazing suits. For many characters, he made the suits for Daredevil, She-Hulk, and Leapfrog. I mean, the downfall was Leapfrog, but we all forgot with the great job she did with Hulk's suit and Daredevil's yellow suit. Comic accuracy, as I called him, with Mr. CA, comic accuracy. His suit designing is peak. And the fact that he had a lawyer for, Daredevil is a lawyer, mate, you stay in your possession before he leaves, 'cause damn, he's a good lawyer. And keep him, please. We want him more in the MCU. Oh, fan theories already? Were they at the end? Damn. No, we talk about the... Okay, right. In World War Hulk spin-off, we will be informed that Bruce had a child on Scar, named Scar. We doing that, but in the MCU, this could be the way of bringing him Hulkling, because they have introduced Wiccan, and this would be a great opportunity to change the comic and make him Hulkling. It's Hulking. Oh, I don't know. Hope you're happy, Austin. I don't know. That's a weird one because yeah. No, like Scar is already in the MCU, and Hulkling would be quite good to have in the MCU, but now's not the time. Especially Wiccan's still a child. Like, I don't think he's out there to be fighting crime, lad. I don't think that did time. But yes, I'm happy. Whoever wrote that, thank you very much. Right, someone had to provide and hire the wrecking crew from episode 3, and they had to use the same inject serum tube we saw in episode 6. So this could be either people like Kingpin or the leader could have hired them to pierce the skin, or Todd from episode 4, who would also be working for someone bigger. How about you, Austin? These have... What? I am confusion. These have already been confirmed. They got the... Todd was the one. I'm confused. I'm just confused with this one. That's all I think about, because it's already been told. It's not exactly a after fan theory. So yeah, sorry. The DJ in the wedding could also possibly be Amadeus Cho, and this could be their way of introducing every Hulk possible into the MCU, especially after the finale of the series. Yeah, true that. They've introduced Sakaar. Yeah. Right, all episode review. First episode, I'd give a 7 out of 10. The second episode, an 8 out of 10. The fourth, as I said, 4.5. 6. Yeah, that's 6. 4, 5. I don't know. Yeah, it's 6.5. 5 out of 10 for the other. The one with Charlie Cox in Daredevil is 9.5. 8.5 for the last episode. And for 7th episode, 9 out of 10. Right, the best episode is episode 3. This was the best episode because it reveals what has happened to Emil over the years and how good of a person he has grown to be. His life seems to be going well, even locked in a cell, and he even admitted his wrongs. I can't remember one bad guy who would do such a thing, so it's obviously he's not a bad guy. And especially the one where Megan Thee Stallion was like a protester or something, like on the stand. I thought that was hilarious. Yeah, comic accuracy. I'd give the series rating 9 out of 10. Overall, I'm no longer basing my rating over math. I'm basing my personal rating, and mathematics will no longer have anything to do with it. I stand by these, and if anyone disagrees, cool, that's your own opinion. Yeah, like, I think about that. I think that's accurate. I don't know what could make it better. May need to think about that, though. Right, so will there be a second season? From what we saw from this season, it is very similar to Moon Knight and Loki. It is for sure getting another season. It is not only this because I want another season, but the opportunities for this series and storyline is really easy to make into another series, at least. If there's one last season, and that is that, I will be totally fine with that, because obviously they have other things to do as well. I don't think there's much to go off on that one, because we don't know much right now. But, like, yeah, World War Hulk may have a link with it, but I think we'll expect another season a lot later from right now. Right, well, that'll be the end of today's video. If you did like it, please subscribe and leave a like and comment what else you would like to see on this channel. I really enjoyed this series. I'd like to know your opinion. By the way, I do have a Reddit page coming soon, so I'd like to share that with you. But other than that, everyone, I will see you in the next video. Bye.